in 3. And we're live.
We live.
How's everybody doing?
I'm shitty. Oh, that wasn't for me.
Yeah, 5 people already in here. Maybe I clickbaited a little much with the title. What do you think, Dylan? Did I clickbait too much?
Yeah.
Oh, but I actually did crush an MXL770 with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, but again, you could have said, "My, isn't it sad the Queen has passed away?"
But
yeah,
instead, let's clickbait the Queen. That'll go over well.
Hey, that's what everyone else is doing.
Right? Just in case anyone's, so I'm not clickbaiting, just so nobody's going to be like yelling at me. Here's the microphone. You can.
I can't see it. You fucking
Dylan
asshole.
Can't see it.
Okay, now I gotta go and join the stream so I can see.
Okay, yeah, join the stream. I'll hold it up for a few seconds here, just so we can get a. Like when I hit it with a 20-pound sledge, full force, with enough force that I could maintain accuracy. How's that?
Let's see this.
You coming? Come on.
Nice dent. That's a sexy dent. Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't hit the grill, Dan. And the reason I didn't hit the grill is because it would have instantly, like, the microphone would have been no more. And what I'm testing for Monday's video, and it's actually done. I've just got to put some finishing touches on it. I wanted to test the impact resistance of the microphone, not necessarily how much damage will the capsule take, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense because you tap it with your finger and it could destroy the capsule. But apparently a sledgehammer to the body of the microphone,
That'll do you.
yeah, we'll see exactly how that worked out in Monday's video. Definitely tune in. Basically, the concept is how much damage can a condenser microphone take before it stops working?
You should make it into that, well, not that soliloquy, but, how much damage can a microphone take? Can a microphone take microphone? I don't know how that would go. I got like halfway through
how
that.
How much damage can a microphone take? 1, 2.
Yeah, 2 hits.
Midnight Wolf, I don't care about the Queen, so clickbait away. Yeah, we're Canadian. We have a tie to the Queen, but
yeah, weirdly, yeah.
It's more of an odd vibe of because the Queen's been doing Queen stuff for so long that
Very queenly.
It's just odd
it's a cultural thing. Like I'm not sad about it per se.
No.
But it's just somehow culture has conditioned us to care.
Yeah, right. Anyways, yeah. So stay tuned. Monday's video on the MXL770 crushing a condenser microphone for science. That's what that's all about. I know I'm going to get a little bit of hate because I know there's already some people that are like, dude, why would you destroy a microphone? Because we got a valid answer for Monday's video. I'm not going to tell you what that valid answer is, but we actually have a valid answer of how much damage it takes to stop a condenser microphone from working properly.
And I don't know, there is value in there because I think there's a lot of people that think that, microphone, you got to carry it with gloves anytime you pick it. People that really, are terrified of, like, even if you drop a mic. It's like,
yep.
I just, a P170, just yesterday, as you know, because you have them, the clips are shite.
Yeah, so I did the same thing.
I was in the middle. I just pivoted the boom arm down so that I could take the mic out and unscrew the clip.
Yeah.
And it fell off the clip and went clunk. Like, it fell like 6 feet.
I did the exact same thing with my P170.
But having so much experience with shit like that in the past, my reaction was, oh, fuck, now I got to bend down. that was the extent of my concern.
Oh, I've got to bend at the waist.
You're right, yeah.
I actually dropped the P170 from about 5 feet, and it hit the floor, and I remember going, oh my God, did I just destroy? No, I didn't just destroy my microphone. No. But it's amazing because you're literally like, oh, they're not as rugged as dynamic microphones. And we'll see exactly how rugged they are because actually in the future, I plan on doing the same thing to an SM58. But I'm going to be a little more comical. You actually have to pull out a few more stops with an SM58 because those things are basically a baseball bat. No, like you can hammer away at an SM58.
Murder a 58.
And I guess I'm going to have to. My new Chrome mic needs gloves to handle it. Yeah, Midnight Wolf got the Chrome V7, the Billy Gibbons version, with the wrong colored insert for the mic head, though. Oh. Which I actually, that makes me sad. Should be purple. It's not purple, it's pink. That's wrong. And yeah, it's the Chrome microphones look sick, man. That's my professional opinion. Chrome microphones look sick. That is all. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling about mic destruction and me unleashing on a condenser microphone? Because I actually contacted Bandrew before I did the video.
Yeah.
And I just was touching base with him. He's like, do it! Like, he literally... I've never seen somebody so excited for a concept video than Bandrew finding out I was destroying a microphone. It's fantastic.
It's pretty great.
Have you ever had the chance to intentionally damage a microphone?
Not intentionally. I've had lots of terrifying... I don't know. I think... It's interesting. There was one time, and this was I hated this because it was like a $600 shotgun mic.
Oof.
And I still have it just because I refuse to throw it away. I refuse. So I was using it in a live gig for a sax, and somebody went to pull the cable out without unlatching it.
Oh,
and
no.
They ripped the entire back of the mic off. Like the entire port and like all the terminals that go to the battery compartment, like all of that was just completely like ripped out, and it cracked the housing. So I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I still have it. It's a baton. I mean, it still kind of works, but the problem is there's no documentation anywhere on the color coding of the battery cables, and I've tried both polarities in there. I'm like, I don't know how this works.
That's
no schematics.
Sucks. Did they buy you a new microphone?
Nope.
No,
They're like, oh, that's just wear and tear. It happens.
I would be showing up at their house on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Give me a new mic.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's...
You can kind of, actually, a little show and tell. Grab it.
Well, Dylan's gone. Everyone seems quiet today. What's everybody up to? What do we got? 8 people in the room. 2 likes. Cheers, guys. Appreciate that.
Look at that beauty.
Oh, what is that? What? I didn't look at it.
This is an Audio-Technica AT835.
Oh, the 830. Yeah. 8035?
Just 835.
Just 830? I thought it was an 8035. I'm wrong. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. This was a sexy beast, but and you can't tell visually, even though this connector is not attached to the body. Like if you're unplugging it, if you're not, like you'll see it starts to jiggle out, and you're like, nope, fucking there. But the wiring is all fucky. I don't know how Audio-Technica has wired this thing. But
I just bought an SM. 3 likes. Cheers. 4 likes. Hey, look at that. The viewers just keep like, hey. I just bought an SM57. I haven't owned an SM57 in years. But it's missing the little screw in it to keep the XLR in.
Oh.
So I've got to actually source one of those little screws. I bought it used from a pawn shop, not a pawn shop, but like a really dingy used store in Ottawa.
Oh, yeah.
Right down on Gladstone and Bank. There's a little, I think it's Spaceman Music or something.
Yeah, Spaceman.
Yeah.
I think that's...
They've got a lot of really cool stuff in there. But they've also got some real interesting stuff
real
in there.
Trash, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's really quiet today. I'm surprised and impressed. I'm wondering, is it the Queen? Is everybody just mellow?
Because morning.
TechMed, cheers, brother. Thanks for the beer money, man. I appreciate that.
Not to harp on that, but like, was I the only one that was a little interested by how they actually handled like announcing it? Like,
it was fascinating, eh?
I mean, that's tradition, but let's be honest, this is the first time this has happened in pretty much all of our lifetimes.
70 years.
But it was just like no big press conference, no big, gathering of the people of London. It was literally like a letter on a door.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I've already watched, they've had a few specials and they've had a few like what happens when the Queen dies. And I think they did that up like
yeah, I remember seeing a few of those. Like I saw one video where they're talking about like basically the sovereign powers the Queen has that nobody talks about. And it was kind of, and then they did one like, oh, this is the plan of succession, basically.
And it's fascinating because we're both in broadcast, so we both like. I just finished my morning show. I was doing some video work, and I found out the Queen died, and I basically threw all my prep out the window. The only thing you're talking about tomorrow is the Queen. That's it.
Yep.
You have nothing else. And it was kind of jarring because, oh, wait, let me put on live chat. There we go. That's better. I was kind of jarring because you're used to, like, it's just, the Queen has just always been there. But then you see as she's sick and they're saying, oh, she's lying or she was out at her castle there or whatever in Scotland. And then all the BBC presenters got dressed in black. All of their signage on the BBC was black. Everything went black in England. And that was well before you knew that the Queen had died. So I'm sure that the BBC probably got word. Because when all of their presenters started dressing in black, that's like ooh, that's weird.
That's eerie. Yeah. That's like Illuminati shit.
I mean, is it just me or is it... Chat is doing something really weird for me.
Let me see.
Sneed, hey buddy. All right, so some chat's not coming through on live chat. Peace to the panel in the chat. Good Friday to all. Cheers, Sneed. How you doing, brother? The wrench is in, guys.
Oh,
careful.
Boy. Ah, boy.
But yeah, it was really cool to see how broadcast media decided to just, they had a plan in place. They knew exactly what they were going to do. And I was talking to a friend of mine. It's fascinating in broadcast because there is every broadcast center has a write-up about your death. If you're famous, they already have the write-up. They know what they're going to go to air with in the event of your death.
Oh, yeah.
Any major broadcaster.
Well, we could say because I've produced pieces for people that have not died yet.
Yeah, because
about them dying. Like at some point, we're gonna have to pull the trigger, and it's gonna be pretty much immediate. So
yeah, like if you're a rock station right now, you probably already have one on Eric Clapton. Because Eric's getting up in years.
Even dude, we've had produced content for the Queen's death for 15 years.
Yeah, and there's a lot of companies that probably had the Queen's death in the 90s. Like they already had back in the 90s when she was in her mid 60s.
Well, yeah, because in the 90s longevity was 70. So it's and then now it's now 96 even is past the current longevity. So it's
it's still impressive.
It is impressive.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, yeah, 96. That's a hell of a number.
Okay, slow mode's enabled. Let me check to see what's going on with that.
I think people have forgotten what the word tragic is for.
Slow mode 5 seconds. Yeah, it's just 5 seconds, Sneed. It's not slow mode ain't gonna be too hardcore. You're right about the tragic though. Holy
Everyone's saying it's
crap.
tragic. It's no, a 96-year-old dying peacefully is not tragic.
It's funny. My wife came home from work the day she died, and the day the Queen died, not my wife.
I was gonna say you need to look into that.
And I was like, so we sit down and you catch up on the day with your wife, and you're like, you hear about the Queen? And my wife turns to me, she goes, no. I said, wow, how did you miss that? And I'm like, yeah, she died. And swear to God, my wife's reaction was, oh, how'd she die? I'm like, she was jumping her motorcycle over 17 cars and just couldn't quite make it.
96. Yeah. What do you think caused it?
So the chat is odd today. So it's not just me. All right. That sucks. Because I went to live chat and I'd lost... yeah, you put in the backwards. So I'm not getting certain messages coming through. I changed it over to live chat and Andrew's first message... The backwards one wasn't showing under top chat. This is really weird. Anyways, it's on members mode at the moment. Yeah, I do want. I put it over to members mode so we don't get the porn. Oh. So you've got to be a member for 10 minutes before you can actually chat.
Member or a subscriber?
Sorry, subscriber. Is this on member mode?
If you have, you might want to do that because
that would suck.
Yeah, we're not.
No, just subscribers. Okay, minimum subscribe time 10 minutes. All right. We're figuring this out. Daniel Goddett, how's it going, brother? So
basically, for anyone who might be here who is typing stuff and is not a subscriber,
yes,
if you become a subscriber, we will see your messages.
It really does just slow down the porn train. Yeah. Which, I mean, it is Friday night. You might not want to slow down the porn train, but having it in chat's kind of annoying. If she
Was it?
would,
Yeah.
if she would have passed away from some random incident, they may have gotten away with tragic. But it was one hell of a run. 90 plus is plenty of time to see the world.
Well, yeah, the longest living like monarch in recorded history. It's like
70 years. That's intense. And you know
like
what? I
ours
mean,
longest reigning.
uh, no, like you see King Charles III now. He's dry-eyed. They've known his mother is going to die for some time. Like
Oh my God.
the a year prior, there's a downhill curve. It's not like just like boom, one day you drop. There's usually a bit of a decline that happens. So people have been preparing for this for some time. This wasn't a surprise. Do you have a protocol for Biden at work? That's actually
Probably.
interesting. Sorry, I missed a couple. Going well out here in the Maritimes, Daniel. Cheers. Maritimes good there, bud. David, when I was in continuity at BBC, there were instructions about what to do. David, did any of it say dress in black? Because I'm fascinated by the BBC. Everyone in their production changed to a black suit. It was wild. The Biden at work, Andrew, that's a good question. Now, I don't work for a big enough station to actually have this.
I'm actually checking my
All right,
employer's servers.
Shh.
I'm gonna check our largest
If
market.
anyone asks, he works for Bell.
Oh, did you see? Speaking of which, did you see the folks across the street? Bell, what the hell is that company's name?
Rogers?
That.
Yeah.
Did you see that that they lynched
The gray-haired
Lisa
lady?
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
What a move.
What
a move.
That is awesome. I love to see that.
This is what I love about like big corporate media companies is they end up in this like pissing contest.
Well,
And then to spite them, Bell bought Distributel.
Yeah.
Which is like not even 10% of what Shaw is. It's like,
Well, and the funny thing is they probably paid her 7 figures and got her a trip to Britain for that. That's amazing. Beresford, BBC One scheduled programming canceled at about 12:30 when Health Update issued. And they were speaking about her as if there was only one conclusion. I'm sure they had background news. Also, when you have a health scare at 96, like you get a slight cold at 96, people are talking in hushed tones, right?
Yeah.
Like the people are divvying up your assets already. When you're 96, you're either in good health or you're dead. There's no like, yeah, it's just, I mean, I heard about some elderly people that got COVID and came out of it, but I'm pretty sure they didn't come out of it unscathed. So
no.
there were instructions for camera fodder. Yeah. That's so fascinating because we don't think about that. Like even with our large companies, in Canada, we've got Rogers, Bell, and Global for TV. If the Prime Minister of Canada died, nobody's switching up their outfit.
No.
Like nobody. No one's.
Well, I think it's like it's a democracy. We have a bit of a different idea of what a leader represents.
There's
here.
nobody that could die in Canada where we would change our clothes in media. Like nobody.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We don't really have any public figure-y types big enough.
And I mean, I get it that the monarchy, the fact that she lived 70 years might have itself deemed it appropriate for them to throw on some blacks and go, okay, we're mourning the queen now. But like the idea is ludicrous to us. And also, but we also don't have that relationship with our leadership.
Again, our idea, we were raised with a different idea of what a leader represents. Whereas there, it's like the queen's almost like a family member.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people in monarchistic, that's not a word, in countries with monarchs and monarchies, monarchistic.
Yeah, I think
it feels like it could be.
It could be.
That's the important thing. But it's like those countries, they're raised like, I'm sure if North Korea, when he dies, I'm sure similar things happen.
But that's at gunpoint. Like that's not. I mean.
Well, but I mean, again, some of them, just like with any country, some of them will drink the Kool-Aid. It's like with Russia, right? We've seen it during this Ukraine thing, where there are a lot of Russian people that are suspicious of their government, but there are a lot of people who are like, whatever, it doesn't matter either way. Our country's right.
Well, and it's funny too because like in a free country like Britain, in a free country like anywhere, when a leader dies and there's that much of an outpouring of support. I love that the BBC focused on people that didn't necessarily care. So the BBC went around and started interviewing people that had a smirk on their face or whatever. Just like, this is Gen Z. These are millennials. Anyways, yeah. Betty White seemed more tragic. Betty White was tragic. Yeah. Again, though, what did not die jumping her motorcycle over 17 cars.
No, and that's another thing. Like Betty White wasn't she like 99? Wasn't it like a few days before her 100th birthday
she came
or something?
Close, yeah.
That was kind of tragic. In that specific corner, but like just
it was
overall.
Tragic because she touched so many lives. I don't see the Queen doing that from a Canadian perspective.
I'd say a truly tragic death would be something like Robin Williams. That
hurt me for about a week.
Same.
I
got teary about that.
Yeah,
man. Like,
I was working at 1310 News when that happened. I was working as a desk reporter, and I was like, I saw it come through on my feed, and I'm like, what? So yeah, that was rough. Andrew, you know you're old when you're just trying to outlive the expiry date on the milk, right? Man, my milk's got till like mid-October.
Well, but that's when you take the old milk and you pour it into new milk, so the old milk becomes new milk again. Yeah. We're all on the up and up.
David, I don't think they did it for the Queen Mother or Prince Philip. Just Her Majesty. If the PM died, it might get extended news coverage, but cartoons would go on elsewhere. And that's the thing, right? Like that. Maybe it's just her role that she's played over 70 years that has imbued this sense of, that they need to change their clothes to announce her death. Cool. I can see that. Like, I still had an emotional reaction to it. It wasn't crying. It was just like, oh, wow. Like, it was more shock because the Queen's been there the whole time I've been alive.
Yeah, literally. It's
she's on her money.
For 90%, no more than that, probably like 95% of the citizens on this planet, this is the first time first and last time, hopefully, that this happens in our lifetime.
Yeah.
So it felt weird.
Her son, who just took over, is 72.
Like now I got a bunch of pictures of a dead lady in my wallet.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. That was the first question I had this morning for a morning show. Do I have to? Are we getting new money?
We will. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to get if you have bill. It's just like old money. You can still. It's legal tender. So
yeah, I know, but I mean, we've always had the updated.
Yeah,
monarchy.
We'll get new bills. Yeah, we're gonna get new bills in not long. I mean, I think we're
coins,
due anyway.
Toonies, loonies, quarters, nickels, dimes.
It's been at least a few years since they changed to like the vertical polymer bills.
I say we do like what we did with the $10 bill. If nobody has seen Canadian money, check out our Canadian money. But we have Viola Davis on our $10 bill. I think we need to do that for all of our money. People that have been inspirations, people that have actually changed the world on our money instead of royalty.
People that have like a widespread impact.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what we should do.
Well, and in our case, the only bill that doesn't have somebody from Canada on it is the 20.
Is it 20?
Is the Queen. Yeah, the 20.
Who's
Every other
5?
bill.
No, the 5 has what's his name that you turn into Spock?
Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah, but you can turn him into Spock. Whoa. All right, you're going to make me look.
Yeah, I'm going to make you look. I know it's
$5 bill. No, she's not on everything. $5 polymer note.
Right, they change it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
Yeah, so it was. I knew. Yeah, and then I think 50 is Borden. I think.
Yeah, so we only have Queen Elizabeth. We had her on our $1 bills way back in the day.
And on our 20, I think has Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, our 20.
Actually, I've got a wallet right here.
I don't have any cash on me. I haven't had cash in a while.
Neither do I.
All right, Dylan, you cover us here, buddy. Midnight Wolf, I don't know. I could have seen Betty jumping motorcycles. I would have loved to have seen that. And yeah, you're probably right. Beresford, I think everyone knew she was basically finished when everyone flew to her side. Yeah, that was like, and I understand where they get their cues from, but I am pretty sure there's probably a PR person in the in Buckingham Palace that was like, just so you know, shit's about to go down. So, because there were actually leaks. Several days before, there were people tweeting, rather like unceremoniously too, about like.
Did you say? Wait, Did you say Viola Davis was on the
Yeah.
Viola Desmond?
Viola
Davis is
Desmond.
an actor.
Damn it. Viola
that's funny.
Desmond. I'm a dick.
Yeah, 20 has Queen Elizabeth on it.
I'm a
so-
complete dick. Desmond, Viola Desmond. It's Friday. I'm really tired, okay? People on money is politics at its finest. Right? I don't mind people. I have a hard time with statues. I have a hard time with naming buildings after people. Having people on money is just an extension of all that. People are not good. No one is pure. No one is
Well, no, even
perfect.
people. Then there's two sides to every coin, right? I mean, and I think that's why when it comes to criticisms, it's good to compartmentalize it a little bit.
Yeah. But I
and
mean,
same thing with the benefits, right?
but
Also,
I mean,
people's
we have buildings and we have statues up of a person that actually built residential schools in Canada. Like, there's no like, well, I mean, but he did. No, because when you do something that horrific in your life, that now defines your life. Right? Like, if
it
you go out and
should.
shoot a person in the head in the middle of a mall, whatever good you did prior to that or after that doesn't matter. You went and shot a person in the head in the middle of a mall, right?
yeah.
Same thing applies. So if you are Sir John A. Macdonald and you started residential schools and said some really horrible things about Indigenous people, you're a horrible person. You're
Yeah. Well,
garbage.
there's no question of like the nature of the person. It's more should their achievements still be discussed in history books so that we know
Discussed
the
in
origin.
history books, yes. Erecting statues, no.
Yeah. Well, it's like find another way to commemorate it based
Right?
on the action rather than the person.
And we do have that. We have living records of a lot of these people, and that's fine. Like, sure, Sir John A. Macdonald did a lot of great stuff, but he also did at least one really horrific thing.
Yeah, well, it's like, but again, it's like celebrate the product, not the producer.
Yes.
Right. Celebrate the country that is Canada, and maybe don't necessarily always tie it back to this, to gratitude
So,
for this one figure.
Charles Manson was a great musician.
Yeah.
Well, he was a budding musician. I wouldn't call him great. He was a horrible singer.
He had potential to be.
Yeah,
great.
he did have a lot of, especially for the time.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it. Why?
No.
Because he was a freaking psychopath.
Well, you did, Mr. Dark Corner
Well,
Radio.
yeah. Money should display a country's beloved spirit bottles. I actually could get behind that, Liberty. That's actually a good take. The Australian 20 note is orange, and because of the color, it's called rock lobster. Nice. And the 50s are pineapples. Our money is blue, purple, green. Do we have anything else?
Hundreds like orangish, brown.
Yeah, the orangish, brownish 100, yeah.
Oh, yeah, purple, blue, green, red, and
What's
and,
red?
Like brown. 50.
Oh, yeah, like a pink. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. All I can think of is seeing the South Park characters Terrence and Phillip on Canadian money now, like in this show.
Remember when there was $1,000 bill? Remember that?
I wanted to get one for the longest time.
I just want to because I want to have a full set, right? It's like when you buy a deck of card with one card missing. What?
Yeah, I wanted one. The problem is they're the most impractical dollar.
Oh, but yeah. Well, and
amount
also,
you
yeah,
get.
to own it, you're literally just hanging on to like $1,000.
I just wanted to
piece
go
of
to a
paper.
Timmy's and like get them to break it.
That would be amazing.
Like-
Oh God, I don't know. Yeah, I mean they'd have to go
Well,
into
break
the safe.
100, eh? Okay, but you didn't say anything about the 1,000.
Yeah.
I think those are actually they've been the only place you can exchange those now is banks. The $1,000 bill. They're not considered legal tender at stores. I think. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can use $1,000 bills or they can be rejected by stores.
Yeah, some stores. Yeah, I think if you're a bank, you have to accept them.
Yes, but I mean, if you're going to buy a Maserati, they'll probably
Yeah,
still take them.
so ultimately, unless you're like, I don't know, like I could see a bank. Well, no, a bank, they don't print these anymore, so a bank wouldn't even do this. But if you had thousands somehow and got them to change bank accounts to another company,
Yeah.
maybe. But again, no one's gonna tender you $1,000 bills now.
Sneed, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. $100 bill got Ben Franklin on it. I gotta say, American money is probably the most boring money out there.
It's just all greenish, but
It's
not even like vibrant green, like a garbagey kind of like we ran out of black ink kind of green.
we used to have dollar bills that looked a lot like our 20s. So our dollar bills used to be green and our 20s used to be green. There's a little bit more black on the $1 bills though.
I have in my big wallet, in my like, birth certificate wallet, I have a 5, a 1, and a $2 bill from 1954.
Nice.
And they're in a little laminated thing, like they're just kind of neat. So it's a talking piece. And
Nice.
yeah, I remember, the 1 and the $2 bill. Actually, one time I was desperate, so I used to have two 56 $2 bills, and I didn't have the other money. I was buying like, I don't know, a drink, I think, just like a bottle of water. And I like gave the $2 bill to the cashier, and it was like they brought like all the employees, like this was like awesome for them. They were like, wow, look at that! Holy, we never seen one of those
That
before.
bill is worth quite a bit more now. Those
Oh,
bills, yeah. Wow.
Well, that's why I've got to, like, I could probably sell each of them for at least 10 times its worth,
Oh,
if not
easy.
more. So, like, a $10 bill, that's $100 on a piece of paper.
I used to do a paper route when I was like, I think 10.
Oh, well, fuck, especially now that the Queen's,
Yeah. Yeah. I had a paperwork when I was, or a paper route when I was
keep
10.
talking, hang on.
And there was this little old couple, and they must have been in their 80s, and they always got the papers, and I'd always have to go collect from them. And I used to have to collect $3. That's all I'd have to get from each house. And because the 20s were so close, I would usually get 120 mixed in. And because I was an asshole, I never said anything. I was 10. Anyway, money's also awesome. Liberty Dude, 1954, the year you were born, boomer. It's Liberty Dude's throwing shade, saying 1954, the year you were born.
Ha!
That's rude.
I would take that as a compliment.
So I missed a couple here. Andrew, the polymer banknote is an Australian invention. Cool.
Oh,
I
sorry,
hate
I
polymer
lied.
banknotes, by the way.
I have a 1 and a
hate
2.
them.
I thought I had a 5. So this is a little show and tell time.
Oh, yeah, look at that, baby. Even the type font they used on it looks old.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's from the 20s or 30s. 1920s or 30s.
And then this is the 2.
Yeah, the classic. That's in mint condition, dude. Oh, that's the older 2, so the even older one.
Yeah. I don't think these are quite from the same year, but yeah.
Well, we have, what
I
about
was
the
gonna say,
new 2s they got?
You just look at her portrait and you can tell.
Yeah. Should have the date on it. What about the new $2? But those are the ones that are expensive. The newest, I can't even tell you how much those ones are.
Which one? Like the polymer ones?
No, we got a $2 bill in the 90s, a brand new one.
Oh, were those the ones with the little square? Remember the ones
Yeah.
that had the little mirror square? With
Yeah,
the number
and then
on it?
they came out with the toonie, everybody's favorite invention, and they got rid of the bills. Yeah, you should look into those, man. Because I know the latest $2 bill, the one that was discontinued right after the toonie came out, that one's worth quite a bit.
It's worth quite a pretty toonie.
Quite a pretty toonie.
Quite
Yeah, I hate polymer banknotes. I despise them. They don't fold properly.
no,
and
they
then
don't fold.
Once they're folded, you can't unfold
You
them.
can't yeah, 100%. Every Canadian can relate to you right now.
It may look awful in aesthetics, but when people overseas see the big American faces, their eyes light up. Yeah, I got to say, the American dollar is still the most powerful dollar in the world.
The almighty dollar.
And I get paid in American from a few different sources. And yeah, there's something pretty special about that. Andrew C., American money is very boring, same as their sport from an outsider's perspective. Throwing shade, dude. You're making fun of people's sports now, but okay, people in the U.S. will like hurt you over this.
They'll
sports.
fight you on that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, baseball,
They will
NASCAR,
literally
gridiron.
fight you.
Okay, so out of the three, NASCAR and gridiron, like so football, not soccer. I'm not a fan of football. I don't mind it, but I just don't get it. NASCAR, I super don't get. Like I have zero. I don't begrudge anyone's love of a specific sport, but I don't get NASCAR. Baseball, however, is a delightful Sunday afternoon laying on your couch. Go Jays, go. Just saying.
Do you enjoy? And I don't really do NASCAR either. Do you enjoy driving fast when you're in your car? Have you ever just gunned it on like a county road or something?
When I was younger, yeah.
I think a lot of guys, especially like adrenaline junkies, like NASCAR because they like live vicariously through the drivers. Like they feel the rush of like, holy shit. Or either that or they're hoping to see a car spin off and burst into flames.
The last like 5 minutes of a race is really exciting. It's the 2 hours prior that's just people driving.
It's just the spinning in circles. Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's why I think a lot of people watch it because they're hoping it's kind of like watching like extreme, biking, mountain biking, where like they're hoping to see someone just flame out. And
that's like
explode.
Watching the Tour de France.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm not watching that. I'm not.
No.
I'm not taking like 7 days out of my schedule to watch people bike.
Yeah, to watch people ride a bicycle. It's like I see too much of that as it is in at a stoplight. Like.
Those Canadian notes are super boring compared to the Australian money. Have a look on the web. Yeah, I know.
I'm curious now. I've never
Australian
seen
money's pretty cool. I gotta say, it's very similar to Canadian money, and that's probably because we kind of copied you from the polymer notes. So I can kind of see that.
Wowzers! Look at those colors.
Yeah,
Holy
they're
shit.
colorful. They're colorful.
That's really neat. I like that.
The Bank of England, this is Beresford. The Bank of England literally just started issuing 50-pound banknotes last year, and they have the Queen's face on it. That's just dumb foresight, by the way.
That Australian money, like those don't look like money. Those look like postcards. Like that's wild.
Yeah, they're also uniquely sized. And I've always had a wonder about this, like your wallet size has to come into consideration.
Are they big?
They're taller bills, I think, than the normal.
Oh, yeah, they look longer.
Yeah. So on the Podcastage Discord, we have a discussion on how one might mic a cowbell. We all agree it's not worth doing, but we are interested in how, not the why. Dylan, how would you mic a cowbell? I'm sure you've mic'd one before.
At a bit of a distance, I would say I would go
like a cymbal.
It depends. If you are because like a cymbal, except worse. Like if you're in a large room, I don't really have much of a choice, but 2 feet away. But if you're in like a booth that's sound isolated, as far away as you can get without the room tone becoming an issue, because cowbells have a really deep fundamental resonance that you don't want. You want the overtones, which is that that cowbell timbre, that cowbell sound. Yeah, but you don't want that fundamental resonant frequency. It's the same with a cymbal. If you mic a crash cymbal really, really close, which is one of the reasons why you almost never direct mic cymbals, is because you're getting the actual metal vibrating back and forth. And, you end up getting that, and it just sounds like shit. So you always want the overtones, which go way further out than
indirect miking, kind of.
Yeah, or miking at a distance.
Okay.
I'd say like minimum 1 foot away, if not further. And maybe I minimum 1 feet, maximum 5 feet. Like 5 feet now, you're getting to the point where it's like, why you even bother recording it?
Somebody snipped this, by the way, and posted on Podcastage's Discord. Dylan's whole explanation.
I know this question was ironic, but I just felt the need to address it.
But you do need if somebody wants to use it in a song, you need to mic it.
Yeah, people use cowbell. If you're ever doing a cover, Don't Fear the Reaper, you need a cowbell.
How about a list of videos? A list of videos for how to mic each instrument or each thing, like a guitar amp, how to mic ukulele, how to mic. I think that would be kind of cool.
If someone buys me and sends me a cowbell, I'll make a video and just fuck around with.
I'll buy you a cowbell if that's all I gotta do. You know what? I will get a cowbell for this studio, and you can have it, or I'll get you one yourself.
I feel like that's how I would run a YouTube channel if I had one myself, which may actually be a thing at some point.
You've been teasing that for years.
I literally have at this point. But if you send me shit, I'll fuck with it. Basically, I'll make if you send me something, make a video about it. I'll make a video about it.
All right. Beresford, by the way, all our polymer notes have transparent windows. Yeah, so does Canadians does.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we got a transparent stripe, kind of like what yours looks like.
Sneed dropped a bomb right in the middle of this. Best condenser mic at $50. The cheapest condenser microphone that I recommend is the P120. it's 99. Actually, you can get it for 79. So if you only have $50, wait a week, get another paycheck, and buy the P120. That said, maybe I should do like a roundup. I'll buy like 20 mics for $50 and just do one mic to rule them all. And the losers I'll crush with the sledgehammer. I love it.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Nice. On the grill.
Yeah. Liberty Dude, only the Neanderthal Americans will hurt people for comments about sports. All you have to do is put your hands over your eyes and they think you disappeared. So easily fooled. I gotta say, as a Canadian, there's a lot of actual Neanderthals, as you'd call them, that are fans of hockey teams in Canada. Montreal Canadiens fans hate Toronto Maple Leaf fans. And it gets, like, I've actually gotten people physically assault me because of a team I follow, which to me is super stupid. Yeah. I don't get it. Like, I really don't. I enjoy watching a team with certain colors play a game. I don't even play the game myself.
Well, and the thing is there's a lot of, like, I know we knew some guys in college, you and I, that were die-hard sports, hockey especially. And, like, they're like, well, it's Canadian pride. I'm like, half the players, not more than that. And sometimes all the players aren't even from your freaking town. Half of them are Swedish. What do you, like...
Yeah,
why are you getting all behind a team with your name on it? Like,
and I am what you consider a big fan of hockey. I don't give a shit what you like, though. It doesn't matter. I don't. It's like yelling at somebody for liking a band.
Like, I enjoy watching the game. I don't really pledge allegiance to any team, though. Like, I just like watching a good game. That's my relationship with hockey.
But it's like finding out somebody's a Nickelback fan and getting angry.
Oh,
Who
God.
cares?
Well, we see it in Canada with the Habs and the Leafs.
Yeah, Sens,
those
Leafs
two.
Too.
Yeah,
Sens
I mean,
and Leafs too.
Like, most people won't like get into a fight with you about it, but I've heard like people being killed over that shit.
Yeah,
like there was a dude that stabbed another guy over it, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
Sneed, best mic at $100. I missed a few. Okay, Sneed. So here, a lot of them are quite interchangeable. So you kind of like, none of them are really garbage, but the SE X1S is a fantastic buy at around $100. P120 around $100 if it's not on sale. Yeah, there's a lot of great options at $100 for a condenser microphone. Yeah. There are also a lot of crappy ones. I didn't like the MXL770. There's people that swear by this. Like, and I love the comments on the video I put up reviewing this. And as a music producer, they have to start their comment with "as a music." I don't care that you've done any music production.
Is your opinion valid? Let's assess that, and then later we can never talk about it.
Did you hear the sound of this microphone? You would hate it. It's got almost a 9 dB boost at about 9K.
Ooh,
like,
ow.
Actually Google search right now the MXL770 frequency response graph.
Oh, fuck.
And tell me you can hear the graph. You can actually hear the graph. And on my voice, it's basically like nails on a chalkboard.
And I thought the 58 was bad. Look at that fucking thing.
Like it's almost, it's 9 dB at 9K.
Holy why?
Do you know what that does to my sibilants?
Holy
it's brutal. And people got mad at me because I'm like, this is a very sibilant mic. Yeah, but sibilance is good for certain things. No, it's not. Sibilance.
Said no one ever.
Harshness is horrible on a microphone. There are microphones that, like the LCT 440 is a good example of a microphone that has a lot of presence boost, 10K plus. There's also a lot of boost in the upper highs before 10K. But it doesn't sound harsh. It's sibilant, but it's not harsh. The MXL770 is super harsh, meaning those frequencies, you can't really smooth them out. Anyways.
And it's a harsh that's somewhat reactive, so it's not a uniform, like, it like spikes out all the time. So to try and treat it with an EQ, you'd have to use like a dynamic EQ and then really...
I got like almost sick to my stomach editing the video. It was that bad. Like, it was... The 1800S was close. Between the 1800S and that. Yeah, that was brutal. All right, that's how it started. Don't Fear the Reaper was on the radio, and I wondered it. We even have ideas on contact mics and all kinds of different ways. Cool. Yeah, no, I actually, you know what? Maybe we'll work on that. Once you're in the same city as me, Dylan, we'll start out a series. We'll do just one whole series of like how to mic things.
Yeah.
And we'll like drop it on Thursdays or something. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I'd do that. I'm actually going to have to take off soon because I got a busy evening ahead.
That's
so
okay. We'll get through this and we'll go. Ken says Aiden's beard looked like he ate a kid from Whoville. That's Cindy Lou. How could you?
Cindy Lou.
Cindy Lou now? Yes. Your team's rivalry is so cute. Look up Glasgow Old Firm if you want real rivalry. I don't even want it. Like, I'm guessing that's soccer. I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah,
no, that's too much, man. Too much. Those guys are nuts.
Yeah, the soccer fan addicts, especially in Europe, it's crazy.
How to make a shark cage for diving with a great white shark diving. Dan, I like the SEX1A. The S was like $300 Aussie. Oh, wow. The X1S was that much? It's super cheap in Canada.
See,
and the US.
when you're mentioning that product, I think you need to take
X1S.
extra special care to
The
make sure
Sex1S.
that the company's, the brand name and the product name are separated by a
They
gap.
did that on purpose. I haven't asked the CEO. I think he's the brand manager. I haven't asked him whether or not that was intentional, but I'm pretty sure it was.
The sex ones.
The
basically what it
Sex1S.
says.
Was
Sex
looking at
ones.
JB Mike's vintage series. They're made in Latvia. Sale on now. They do 6747 voiced about 400 to 600 euros. Good reviews. Latvia. They don't make great vehicles, but maybe they do a good mic. Who knows? I'll hit them up if I don't have to pay for it. Or at least the first one. But until I find out they're not trash. Once I find out they're not trash, then I'll pay for it. I hate buying a mic. Like this microphone, slight sour taste in my mouth buying the MXL770. But
Yeah.
knowing what I was going to do to it, kind of made it a little bit better. So, hit the like, folks. Helps them algorithms. It does. If you can, it really does go a long way when we have likes on this. And Ken, I've been using a Sterling SL230 pencil mic for my podcast lately. Pretty nice. Flat sound for a small diaphragm with smooth mids. Noise.
Yep.
Andrew has a good question that I'll let you go, Dylan. Any thoughts on the RX-10 release? Seems a bit more focused on dialogue for podcasting.
Yeah. I mean, Isotope knows what's up. They're just capitalizing on it. I mean, if you're a podcaster, yes. If you use RX for pretty much anything else, just stay with what you got. Don't update. If you don't have RX, get it because it's good. But if it's a question of whether or not you should update to it, unless you're a podcaster, I'd say no.
I might just because I'm still on. I think 6.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I think you would get a kick out of now.
Yeah.
Updating.
Maybe I can integrate some of that in the videos. Anyways, guys, Dylan's got to go. I appreciate you guys for coming out and hanging out. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. And enjoy me destroying a condenser microphone on Monday. Let me know if it...